Good evening, everybody. So, I hope you're having a marvelous Thursday. You're going to hear probably a lot in my background because I'm doing my life a little different tonight. I'm actually going to cook while I chat with y'all. This is, I named it Back to the Basics because this is something I used to do a long time ago. Like, sometimes when you change atmospheres, you do things differently. There's somebody who never fails to want to get in the camera, of course. Come on in.
I want to get the camera.
Anyways, so you know, he can't help himself. Like he always want to be on camera when I'm on
I
camera.
didn't know she was recording a TikTok video or Instagram story, or I didn't know, so I was trying to peep, but she just insinuated I wanted to be in because she actually wanted to invite me in.
If you say so. Yeah. Okay. So back to what I was saying is that I'm gonna talk to y'all while I cook because I know it's late, y'all. It's been a day. It's whatever. But I used to do this stuff just to get on the top while I cook or do whatever. Sometimes when you change atmosphere, we're in a different house now and you do things differently than what you once was. But I'm trying to go back to the basics again. Like do what's convenient for me and my time. And it don't have to be pretty. If y'all seen Tab Brown, Auntie Tab, she spoke to me today, right? She was talking about it don't it don't have to be perfect. You hear the microwave going off in the background. And just do it, right? And I'm the one I have to think everything through a lot sometimes and just like it has to be a certain way. But tonight y'all gonna get like how I used to get it. Wherever I am, I'm gonna talk to y'all. So um I'm trying something new tonight too. I'm cooking something different. I'm late cooking. I'm usually not cooking this late, but I'm gonna make like a shrimp. What is it called? A shrimp and broccoli. I'm gonna tell y'all the name of them just a moment. I'm having a brain fart. Lo mein. That's what it is. It's called lo mein. So I'm making some lo mein. I've never made lo mein, so this is gonna be a little different. Um, but I wanted to bring y'all on a journey and let's talk about going back to the basics because y'all know. Let me open this up. Get more board broccoli, so I put that there. So I'm about to put my and let you know I do not own the rights to the music that's been playing in the background. Right? Using my grapeseed oil, of course. All right. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, how you want to keep progressing and you want to do things, you want to move forward, but sometimes life doesn't allow you to do things in the picture perfect way, right? So, you know, I used to go live all the time and just talk about whatever was on my heart in that moment. But life, of course, everything happens, right? But sometimes I would get in my own way because I thought this had to be picture perfect. Y'all might hear my crazy dogs running in and out the house like they kids. I'm about to shut the screen door, the slide door, so they don't keep running in. But oftentimes we try to make things picture perfect, of course, in our lives, and it don't even have to be that way. Like we can literally like make progress forward just by slight adjustments. Like for myself, I just had this image. You know how you have a visual of how you want something to be or look, and it just don't work out that way, right? Anybody agree with me? Anybody talking to me in the comments? I'm gonna pull up, to make sure y'all talk to me. Um, you have a way that you want to see something done, and it just doesn't happen like that, right? And I feel like this music is too loud. Um, so you have I'm sorry, I keep going in and out the camera. You have a way how you want something to look and it just doesn't look that way, right? So you gotta just do it dirty, like in the lack of better words. You just gotta do it the way it is, right? To make it happen. And I think because a lot of people allow, and my husband picking my daggone zucchini out the garden. Really?
No,
Who said you could pick it?
I did because we live here. This is our garden.
He picking my
No,
stuff.
but this is a special one. You didn't see this one
How you know I didn't see it?
because I know you did.
There's two in there that's flourishing.
If she would have saw this,
I saw it.
she
It was
would've
pretty
picked it.
long.
She would've
No, I
picked it.
saw it.
and I picked it for you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Anywho, so he picking stuff out of my garden. I might have to end up cooking a zucchini tonight just so it don't go bad. I might put it in the lo mein. What?
Nothing. I just wanted to pick that zucchini because I saw it and just surprised you.
Okay. Well,
But
thank you. I saw it.
you
I
scratched,
was trying to make it let it grow a little bit bigger.
you scratched my eyes out.
I did not scratch your eyes out. But anywho, I don't even remember. Oh, I know what I was saying. So pretty much, you know how social media makes everything look all picture perfect, and it's got to be cute, and it's got to be this, and it's got to be that. But truth be told, like, people really want authenticity, right? I'm gonna bring y'all with me so I can wash my hands. So people truly want authenticity. Like, they really want to see, like, the dog and dirty, right? And y'all see my husband and my dog dancing. They pull him in the camera. Y'all see him? Look at him. Why is she so big, y'all? She was born at the end of January. Why is she that big, y'all? And my husband still be treating her like she a baby. But yeah. So I'm learning, and Auntie Tab gave me a reminder today that it don't have to be all perfect, right? I'm gonna turn this around my foot so it might look a little wobbly. So yeah, it don't have to be all pretty. You know, it can be ugly a little bit. I'm actually move this off because I ain't really ready. What am I doing? So this is the one reason why I kind of. You want to do something for me, baby?
What's that?
You want to cut us some for me? But yes, society makes us feel like everything has to be pretty. But truth be told, everybody want to see the raw, the real. What you got? So y'all, I got some real Argentina shrimp, wild caught. You go wash your hands, babe.
I'm gonna let you have your moment to shine.
Okay. But people really want to see your true self. And it's okay to be your true self because people who are drawn to you will be drawn to you. And if you don't do things, if things don't look like the way they used to, or maybe a little harder to get them done, like, I'm determined, y'all. In this season of my life, I am determined to get all the things done that I want done. I don't care how it looks, how it feels. Like, I'm just determined to get it done. Like, last week I wasn't feeling good, so I didn't get on and do my live. But this week I'm determined. Like, I took me a little brief nap. I was like, if I'm late for the 8 o'clock, I'm gonna be late for the 8 o'clock. But I'm gonna get it done, right? So, how many of y'all have felt in the comments? I want to see in the comments how many of y'all have felt like y'all had to do things perfectly, like it had to be picture perfect in order for you to do it right. Can anybody relate? Because that was me. That is me on occasions, right? And I have to check myself. And Auntie Tab, she checked me earlier. Anybody? You in the comments? Ooh, this is strong. Ooh, I'm glad this shrimp didn't have the tails on it. It was already taken off, so this is what I'm using. Oops. I ain't got to do the dirty work. But yeah, there's a lot for us all to do. Like if you have an objective for your life. Ooh, and I heard this saying, y'all. I heard this saying from this guy. He was just like, goals, you shouldn't set goals. Hear me out. He said you shouldn't set goals simply because if you don't accomplish them, let me use this as an example. If you say by 30, I'm going to, I don't know, buy a house by 30. Or you say I'm going to have 3 kids by 30. There's, and it don't happen, pretty much. If you say you're going to have this going to happen going on by 30 or 40 or 50, whatever your age mark is, you put a limit on what it is that you want, what you can have in life. And we disappoint ourselves by putting limitations on ourselves, right? Goals, in a sense, can be limitations. He was saying that objectives are the best way to project for your life. So if you have an objective, your objective, if you're trying to buy a house, my objective is to get a house. So the objective is to get a house. I have tasks to complete. Of course, we give ourselves sometimes like completion dates or suggested dates of completion in a sense, but we don't put that objective as a date. Like we're going to pay off a such and such credit card bill by, I don't know, in a year, so to speak, versus saying that we're going to pay it off in a month. But realistically, our money and our bills don't equate to that. It doesn't line up. So he was saying pretty much that creating goals set us up for failure because we put unrealistic expectations on ourselves. And so when we don't fulfill those expectations in our life, we put ourselves into depression and we get anxiety and the only thing that we really knew, our objective is to get something done, period. It doesn't matter if it's by 30, 40, or 50. The objective is to get it done. So I thought that was such a great way at looking at that. And it takes me back to like the post that we were talking about. On my post, I have asked everybody, I said, what is your perspective on fear? And people were like, fear is not an option. Some people were like, it is not real. Failure is not an option. Failure is not real. Failure is an idea, so to speak. And I agree with a lot of those answers because, truth be told, like, if I had an objective to have kids by 30, which is something I did. I wanted to have kids by 30, but that was based upon societal standards, like societal expectations. And me and my husband, we talk a lot about societal expectations and how it pressures us and it causes us to have anxiety about where we think things should be in our time in our life. But we know everything has a time and a season, right? So say if I was saying that I wanted to have kids by 30, or if I wanted to have a house by 30, what if I don't get that? Like, it doesn't necessarily have to happen in that time, but we have to go through a process. Just because it doesn't happen doesn't mean that we failed, right? It just means that it didn't happen in that time that we thought it would happen. But guess what? That doesn't mean that it won't happen. So when we put deadlines on something or absolutes on things, it creates anxiety. It creates more fear. It creates depression. And sometimes we want to give up, right? But what happens if we just set an objective, right? And this is where evolving comes into place, because life When things don't happen the way we want, um, we understand that that's just that moment. That's not forever. That's not just our whole life in general. And you think about it as a kid, like a toddler, like they may not, I'm about to rinse this off, they may not get something they want in the moment, but guess what? Toddlers get over it, right? They get over the fact that it didn't happen for them in that moment. They didn't get what they want. They might be upset. They might go sit in the corner, might pout a little bit. But guess what? Toddlers move on so fast, right? They get over things faster than a little bit. Like they could be playing in the corner and laughing and joking, and 5 minutes after they get disappointed, right? Because toddlers, their attention span or their focus is literally probably about 5 minutes, right? Have you ever seen a toddler like be upset about something the next minute they happy about it? They happy about life all over again? It's because that they just go moment by moment, literally. Toddlers go moment by moment. And how about if we went moment by moment in our life? We just live our life with an objective. Like we have an objective. Like we got things that we want to do, but we literally live our lives out moment by moment. How much less stress will we cause? Less depression will we experience? Less anxiety will we experience? Less disappointment will we experience if we just lived our lives moment by moment like a toddler, right? So I just thought that was an amazing perspective on setting objectives for our lives. And I brought up the question about failure because I come across so many people and they feel like that their life has ended, like literally turned upside down because a moment or an unrealistic expectation. And how great would it be if we had the resiliency of a toddler that we could just literally bounce back after disappointment within moments? How great would that be, right? Bounce back after disappointment. That's some good coping skills, right? Great coping skills. Of course, with the right environment. I'm not gonna deny that not every environment will be subjective to being able to bounce back very fast. I'm not gonna deny that because that's just not realistic for everybody. However, if we put into practice how we can gain control, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make all this shrimp. If we can gain control over our emotions, over our lives by having an objective, maybe for the hour, maybe for the next 3 hours, an objective for the next day. How great would life be? How easier would life be if we lived moment by moment or hour by hour? Because sometimes we can overanalyze things and over project things, or we focus on too many things. I'm guilty of that, y'all. I have a lot of things I be focusing, and I be having to check myself. And I be like, Portia, okay, I still got a reminder in my phone. To focus on one thing at a time, complete one task at a time. Because when I'm not focused on a task at a time, I lose sight of the objective. And the objective overall is to be focused and be productive, right? So how great, I want you to keep this in mind. How great would it be to be able to have the resiliency of a toddler? How great would that be? I'm going to see if y'all comment. Let's see. How great would that be? All right. So yeah, so I just wanted to get in here and talk. I will share on my timeline how my food comes out after a while, but I would love for you all to take one thing from me, and this is don't try not to set goals, right? Try to set objectives for your life, how you envision your life, right? How you want to see your life, and then break that down into tasks of things that you can do, right? Don't put like a year, like, and I learned that too. Let me say this too. You know, a lot of people are into vision boards. I was too. I was introduced to vision boards, and I was like, oh, this is a great concept, and it is. It's a great concept to being able to visualize your life, right? But I realized probably after the first or second year, I was like, this is great visualization, but I was feeling depressed afterwards. Like, why am I not accomplishing all this stuff? Like, I really want to see, like, all this stuff happen, right? And some people, they put stuff on it that they idealistically could really accomplish. Like, but I dream big, y'all. It's for me is dream big or no dream at all. Like, I dream big, and sometimes I can be my dreams can be bigger than me. Well, they're always bigger than me. Honey. I feel like if your dreams ain't bigger than you, then they ain't big enough. But let me tell you, I realized after doing my vision board and my dream board that I was doing it wrong. Like, I was not doing it to the way it was like an objective. Like, it was a foresight, something I can see in a distance, like something that can happen as I work towards it, as I visualize it. It's there for me to visualize as an objective so that I can see it and accomplish it. But I was really taking myself into depression just trying to accomplish that thing in a year. And mind you, there were some things that I had to work on. Like I had to heal, first of all, honey. Like, sometimes when you can't accomplish a goal, there's something blocking you there. Like, there's an emotional block. There's something there that's blocking you. Like me, I was just so anxious, and mostly because I had a daggone vision board that I was expected to accomplish in a whole year. Way too much. And I was unrealistic expectations, y'all. Unrealistic expectations for myself in such a short period of time. I'm adding broccoli to this, y'all. I'm just probably gonna eat the zucchini later. And I had defrosted this broccoli in the microwave, so I'm gonna cook it a little bit longer here. But not too long because I like my broccoli a little crunchy. My husband not so much. So I'm gonna make it, in between for the both of us. But I was literally putting myself into a depression because there's the broccoli on top. But I was really expecting way too much in such a short little time, because a year, if we be honest, the older we get, a year go by real fast, y'all. Real fast. And I had to learn to be okay with going with my process. How hard is that for some of us, right? Because we got to process. Sometimes we got to go through the process. Like, we got to really be open to what the process looks like for us. It's not saying that we're not going to accomplish our objectives in life. It's not. It's just that timeline that you once had for yourself in accomplishing that objective may not be along the time that you expect it to be, right? And that's how we evolve. We grow. We have the right people around us because we need to understand where we are in life. We may need people to speak into our life about some things that we're not so sure about. Like, and sometimes we need people to give us another perspective because our perspective is not always 100% right. Y'all, I love Lo Mein. I just haven't had it in a long time. I should have probably had his water boiling before now. Wait. Yeah. But and we also need people around us to tell us truth, right? Because let me tell you about me. I had some very far-fetched, I wouldn't say it's far-fetched. It's not far-fetched at all. Because my vision for it was a vision, right? But I was dreaming way too big, y'all. I have a habit. Ain't nothing wrong with dreaming big, but sometimes we gotta scale back and have somebody realistically share some things with us, or God Himself share some realistic things with us to bring revelation. And sometimes that looks like being before God and seeing what He has to say about what you're doing. And that's what I had to do about a lot of stuff. I always try to make sure that I am before God in whatever I'm doing. And as I'm before God, I'm just open, and not only open to God, but open to what the people and things that He brings into my life. So the people, because, that old part of yourself comes up and be ready to be defensive towards anything that goes towards your vision objective to life. But sometimes we gotta have sound wisdom about where we are in life. So this is a Lo Mein, y'all. I didn't even know it looked like this in a package. But we're gonna see how this works. This Lo Mein, it look a little light, but it's wheat. And yeah, we're gonna see how it works. But I don't even know how much to use. Sometimes I don't even really be using directions sometimes. I don't even know why I'm looking at directions now, but only I guess it's because I've never made this before. And my personality, y'all, is I'm just gonna figure this out. Sometimes I'll be like bumped to instructions. Only really mostly if I have never made this before. That's why I'm really reading right now, because I've never made Lo Mein before. I don't want to make all of this, so I guess I won't have to. So yeah, so sometimes we need sound wisdom and advice, and I would probably have been done with this by now, had I done things a little bit differently, but it is what it is. So yeah, excuse me. I'll let that boil a little bit. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna post my pictures later, but yeah. So sometimes we need sound advice, like. We need empowerment. We need things to be put in perspective, especially even after we seek God. Like we can have experiences with other people, and it brings revelation about where we are in life. With the very questions that we were asking God, the very things that we were placing before God. Somebody else has the answer, right? So somebody might have the answer to your questions. You can be listening to someone and you're like, I've been trying to figure that out all this time. And here you go with my answer, because God brings the right people into your life, the right tools, the right resources. And you just got to be open to the process in general. Be open to the process. And so, I said this is only one thing that I was going to leave y'all with, but I'm going to leave you with the fact that try to set objectives for your life, not goals. The objective is an overarching umbrella of what you want to do in your life, how you want to see your life. It helps you visualize. It helps you see where you want to have your life. And if it helps, write it down. Create a vision board. Create something that you can visualize, but don't put a time step on it, because then we limit ourselves. Don't just say, I want, I don't know. When you put a stamp on it, you limit yourself and you're not open to whatever God has for you, because then it's so narrow that you can't see the things that will help you get to that place. And so I say all of that to say, set objectives and be open, right? Be open to the process. I'm going to end it, y'all, because it's been 30 minutes and my food is almost done. If you don't get out of my kitchen, little girl, talking to this dog. Yes, so thank y'all for tuning in. Share this video with someone who might need to hear this. And if you have not already, get your tickets to the Ultimate Freeing Experiences. This year is about being free to evolve. And I feel like that in life that we are always evolving. If you're open, as I mentioned, we talked about being open and you have life objectives. I feel like we're always evolving as long as we're open and we're learning and we're growing, we're evolving. And so I just want to help people. The goal, Free, we want to help normalize where you are in your life, help normalize your process. And even if you have something that happens in your life and you feel like, oh my gosh, my life is over, or oh my gosh, I don't know what else to do, there is somebody out there in the world who is just like you, who is going through a similar process, who is not allowing themselves to be hindered by that moment. You remember the toddler we talked about it? Like, a toddler is very resilient and ambitious, if you ask me. A toddler will keep going no matter what. Like, they may be mad in the moment, they may be disappointed in the moment, but guess what? Give them about 5-10 minutes. They're gonna be on to the next thing, because they only see in that moment. And we take it moment by moment, y'all. Live life. Don't compare yourself, because comparison is a thief of joy, of course. And be open to your process. So if you have not already, get the event. We have some amazing speakers. It's going to be a brunch. We're going to have vendors. It's going to be a good time. We just want to celebrate you and your process of being free to evolve, free to grow, to be a better you. No matter where you are, especially the pandemic, so many people are experiencing depression. People are having anxiety, social anxiety, especially. I get it. If it might be scary for people to come back out right now, but I promise you, we're going to practice safety measures. You can keep your distance, wear your mask, but we don't want you to miss this experience for you to evolve and to be a better you, and have a moment where you can relate to someone who has a similar experience to you. They have the similar feelings as you, where you are in your life. And this is an opportunity to network, so we can push you forward. We can help push you forward. And this is a networking group too, y'all. We are here to network with each other, to help each other. Mind you, the ladies that I am working with, y'all, we have supported each other more than I can ever imagine. I just met a lot of these ladies, y'all, within the past year and a few months, actually. A few months to a year. A lot of these women I have never met before, prior to a few months to a year now. And I want you all to see this as an opportunity for you to grow, an opportunity for you to evolve, and to network, y'all. Get your ticket to the free experience. And remember, don't allow anyone or anything from keeping you living the life that you desire and God purposed you to live. Be free. I love y'all. Have a great night. See you soon.